name is Brandy, and my channel is based on using what I have versus buying new. Doesn't mean I will never buy new, doesn't mean that I won't do reviews and things like that, but my main concentration is utilizing as much as I can of my beauty collection, which is pretty substantial. This is my update for my pan challenge for 2024. This is January 2024. If you've never been here, I do repeat this intro on all 3 of my challenges. I explain it every time. I have a very large family. I have a very stressful job that I work way more than 40 hours at. And then I also have a home, a husband, and a life. On top of all of that, I do suffer from autoimmune conditions, lupus and ankylosing spondylitis, which make me feel like crap a lot. So it saves me a ton of time and a ton of energy if I can combine these. And my viewers have been so gracious and so kind about it. I appreciate you guys. So I have 3 challenges. I have the 24 and 24. This is eventually going to be really ugly if I keep doing this, because if we end up at 50 and 50, how the hell am I going to do that? But I digress. We have the 24 and 24. We have 12 by 7-4. That is a concentration product that I either want to use the entire product or I want to see change, damage. I may not be able to use it all. It's a big blush or cream, whatever. I want to see changes. I want to see that I made intentional use of that product. And then the last one is the Dead to Me pan. This is 12 items that either I hate, dislike, unsure of, or they're likely to expire soon. So I hope that you will like, share, subscribe, ring that bell for notification. I do not upload at the same time and the same day every week. It's all over the place. So if you don't click that button, you will miss videos that I post. And if that's something you don't want to do, I hope you'll click the button. And wherever you are, whatever you're doing, grab a drink, get some popcorn, get a snack, and let's get started on my updates for January 2024 for my 3 project pans. Okay, the first project pan, and again, I always say it, but I truly mean it. Thank you so much for your patience and kindness while I repeat that intro, because it saves me so much time and energy, you guys. You have no idea. So the first palette, or the first one, is the 24 and 24, and the first item in that one is Bronze Borealis by Pat McGrath. This is just a generic. I don't know if I'd ever call Pat McGrath generic. That's probably the wrong word. A neutral, boring-ish palette. I chose it on purpose for that because I wear it to work. I actually use this quite a bit this month. My minimum was 7. I use this a lot. Even if I didn't use every shade or, more than one shade, I used it the entire time. I think the only one I didn't use is this one in the corner, but I am not worried if this goes completely used. I just want to see progress. So that one is okay with me. One that I use this month, and honestly, I'm realizing I don't enjoy that much, but I'm going to keep it in for this month. It's the Makeup by Mario. This is his original bronzer stick. This is very warm. Despite looking more cool toned, it is very warm. And when I wear it, if I have the right foundation with it, like a fairer foundation, it can kind of just gives me that sun-kissed look like we want it to. But if I have a foundation that's maybe my summer shade, or it's edging up a little bit warmer, it can make it look like I played in my mom's makeup, and I have to be very careful. Which, by the way, before I forget, if you wouldn't mind, let me know what you think of my makeup today. I'm trying the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Foundation. I don't love how it looks, but sometimes foundations don't look good when you put them on and they look amazing later. That happens to me a lot. Or they look great when you first put them on and then you look like you're 140 later. So please do a comment for me and let me know what you think so far. This is about hour and a half, 2 hours in. So next we have 2 things by Wayne Goss, and these are palettes that I got in my Wayne Goss mystery box. I'm trying to make as little as possible noise in here because it can be distracting when someone makes noise with the banging and the palettes and everything else. So just trying to be cognizant of the noise that it creates. So this is a Wayne Goss bronzer and blush set. There is 2 of them. They're both in the pan. This is the bronzer one, and this is Radiance Boosting Face Palette. And this is the light cold. So this has the cool tone and the brighter one, or warmer one. And then we have the blush. This is the Weightless Veil Blush in Nectar and Petal. This is Desert Blossom is the name of the palette. Does look like this. I don't know. His makeup has gone in and out of stock, so I don't know if these are still available. You might be able to find them on Mercari. I personally think they're not very popular from what the things that I utilize or the stuff that I watch. I enjoy them. My stuff always looks really good when I wear it, but they are very fair. Like, those are meant to be for fair people. I don't know what all he has for darker shades, but those in particular were geared towards someone that's fair and pink toned. But even for me, it's very fair. So they're fine. I likely will use them for a couple months and then just get rid of them. To me, they're not worth keeping. They're not loved enough. They don't have enough of a formula. It's just not worth it to me. My ambient lighting palette actually has a ton used out of it now. I did show a picture at my update at the end of the year, but if you look now, there is a huge pan in that middle shade. So I am looking forward to doing it. And I am going to work on, I think, this shade when I'm done. So this shade is maybe not, it's over halfway used, but we haven't even got half the pan yet visible. So that is something that I am working on. Next, we have the Laura Mercier primer. This one I've been using, but it's just not, I don't know. I don't know what I think about this. I was trying to see if I'd used any more since I marked it, but I don't think I did. So that's where we're at right now. This is one that it doesn't make my makeup look bad. Like I don't use it and go, why did I use that? My little topsy ponytail is making me crazy. I apologize. I don't look at it and be like, ew, my makeup looks like crap. Why did I use that? But I also don't look at it and go, wow, look what that did. It does nothing that I can find. So that's one that may end up getting decluttered at some point. I got it free, so I don't feel the obligation to utilize the whole thing, but I also just don't want to waste the product. So I'm trying to see what I can get done with that. Shiseido foundation, we are still here. It's, I think, a little bit lower than that, maybe, but I just don't think, like, this is one of my favorite foundations, so I'm in no hurry to use it all fast. I'm just tracking it so I see that I'm using it. But I really like that foundation. If you have dry or mature skin, that foundation is a chef's kiss. I'm very thankful for that. Another one that I love and I haven't been utilizing is my Dose of Colors concealer. I really love this concealer. If you do not have dry under eyes, this and the Hourglass, I think, are the best smoothing concealers that I've used in the business. But I love this one. I bought it, not this just past Black Friday, but the one before 2022 Black Friday. So it is technically expired, so I'm just trying to get whatever I can out of that. Next, we have the Becca Color Corrector. Big, exciting news in this one this month. We have a huge ass pan. And if I review the footage and you cannot see the pan, I will insert a picture because the way that it's like dark behind my camera, so if I do this, oh, you can see it right there. So if I do this, sometimes it darkens the product and you can't see it well, but that was really clear actually. So we got a huge pan in that. I've been cooking on that one. I love that under eye primer. It's great. So next we have the Say Bronzer. And this is another one that I like. It's not my favorite bronzer ever, but it's definitely good. And if you're fair, don't be afraid of the color. It looks very dark. And there is definitely, like, the dip is getting bigger in here. You can tell I'm utilizing it. But it's a cream product. It's technically already expired. So I'm just trying to get whatever I can out of it while it's still performing. Not all of my products, in case you're not aware, not all of my products are used to completion. Sometimes I just want to get through use every product in my collection. So next I have the Kevyn Aucoin Concealer. This is definitely not one of my favorites. I think that probably if I don't find a use for it in the next February timeframe, I probably will declutter that. Definitely not my favorite. One that I do love is the Kevyn Aucoin Contour. This is called the Sculpting Powder. I got this on Black Friday last year, and I bought it basically because I kept seeing fair people about in my tone go, oh my God, this is amazing. Oh my God, this is amazing. And I will say I have a huge dip. Like, it's huge. And so I don't know how deep these are. I don't know if it's anywhere near pan, but there is a huge dip. So hopefully I can hit pan in that. Next is the Natasha Denona Super Glow. This is one that I used to love when I first got it. It was literally like, and there's a ton of disruption on the surface. I used to love this when I first got it, and now it's just kind of like, eh. And I know people are here and there about highlighter. I still use highlighter. I love it. If you can't see me looking like a glazed donut or from space, then I want no part of it. Next is the Mikados Wanderlust Blush by Buxom. It does look like this. These are beautiful blushes. This one I kind of regret putting in now because it's more of like a summer color. So I kind of regret putting it in now because it's in during the winter when I'm really not wearing those kind of colors. I'm trying to get the minimum uses, but it's just not my jam. So next we have KVD Extra. This is a loose highlighter, and I don't know if it's going to pick up at all on there. It's a little bit lower than halfway. It's actually lower than I thought. I am sure I'm not going to use this year to completion. I might even get tired of it. We'll just see. But I paid money for it, so I want to get my money's worth. Next is, I actually have two Charlotte Tilbury products that are similar. I have the powder and the cream for their bronzers. This is the bronzer. I already have a huge dip going in the corner there. Hopefully it's picking up. So I am trying to see if I can hit pan. That is my main goal, hitting pan. I don't care if I use it all, just hit pan. And then the powder bronzer, this is a great formula. I have no complaints about the formula. It is super fair. Like if you look, I have to build it just to have color, but it is fine. I don't get down with the price that it was, and I will never pay that again, but I just want to get my use out of it. I would be thrilled if I hit pan on that. I don't know that I will, but if I do, I will be thrilled, and I'm gonna keep trying. That's what I'm gonna do. Next is the Huda concealer. This is the faux filter concealer. You can tell this is not my shade. I explained this in my intro video. I got this for $9 because of coupons and discounts or whatever and gift cards. So I ended up paying $9 for this. So I felt stupid exchanging it. I'm going to try to utilize it. I have found that, like, for example, that Kevyn Aucoin has a little bit orangier undertone. This helps me balance that out. So it does have a use. Hopefully I'll be able to at least get some use out of it. The first one so far that I am not decluttering it from my collection yet, although it may happen, I am taking it out of the challenge, is my Chantecaille foundation. I had it in the challenge last year and I kept it in this year, and I am just struggling with it. When it's time to use it, it's hard for me to even get the minimum times. I had 5 times I need to use it and I struggled to use it. So in its place, I am going to move in my e.l.f. Halo Glow. These are literally impossible to see when they're low, that I can tell. It seems low when I look in the hole and when you take the dipper out, it seems low, but it still looks full and brand new on the outside. This also has, somehow the case got cracked. But also, one other thing I want to pan this is because this is shade 1. I actually have 0.5, and that is more for pink tone. So that's what I'm going to be working on, and hopefully I can finish and get it out before it goes bad. I've had that since it launched. I have e.l.f. Bora Bora Cream Blush. I'm going to keep this in. I've been enjoying this. That one, to me, I wear in winter with no problem, unlike the Mykonos. And I know some people view these types of shades as summer, but I do wear that without issue. The Mykonos has more of an orangey undertone. I also have the Luminous Putty Bronzer in from e.l.f. This is the cool tone one. I'm getting a nice little dip in there, so hopefully I can continue. With these ones from e.l.f., they're $6 each. I don't keep them in the whole year. I just put them in, get some use out of them, and move them out. A lot of times I don't even keep them in a month, so I've actually kept it longer than I normally do. And then I have the Milk Makeup Concealer. This one I can use as a foundation or concealer. I'm just working at it. It's a formula I enjoy. I have no problem with. And then I have 2 items left. I have the KVD Shade and Light Palette. This actually says Kat Von D because it was in the mystery box when they were getting rid of her named products, so they could switch to KVD. And then I am only panning this shade right here. And I use it, this was my favorite bronzer ever or contour for a really long time. I still enjoy it, but it's not my favorite anymore. It definitely is one that I enjoy. It's fine, but I don't like go, oh, I need to use that today. And the last one is a Pat McGrath blush, and this is Nymphette. This is, I think, when they first came out with the single blushes, but I could be wrong. It's just one color. It's not the duos. So that one, I enjoy that. It's one of my favorites. I have no issue with it. So that is my 24 and 24. As you saw, we had 1 removal and 1 add, and that is it. If you like pan challenges, I hope you like, share, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you have a great day, guys.